In this video, I'm going to show you how to make some lower thirds like this, and then also like this. Once you can make these two, you'll be able to make hundreds of combinations on your own. So let's get started. Okay, so we'll start with this one. I'll go to our background. Now the first thing I need to do is start out with a rectangular shape, so I'll go to Insert, Shapes, Rectangle, and I'll drag it out on my screen. Now I'll double click on it to open the drawing tools. I'll go to Fill Shape, change the color to black. Now I'll go back to Fill Shape again, then to more fill colors. Now on the bottom there's a transparency slider. I'm going to bring the transparency up to about 35%. Now I'll click OK. Now I want to make the outline thicker, so I'll go to Outline, Weight, and raise it up to 6 points. Now I want the outline to be a little bit brighter, so I'll go back to Outline. I want the color to be this bright green right here. Now I'll add a bevel to the outline. Go to Shape Effects, Bevel, and I'll choose the first one here on the top left. Next, I'll add some text. So I'll go to Insert, click on Text Box, click somewhere outside the shape, and add my text. I'm not going to animate the text separately, so I put it all in one text box. Now I'll drag the text onto the shape. Now I want to increase the size of both of these differently. So first I'll select Joe Green. I'll go up here to the large A and increase that to about 40. I'll move it up a bit. Then for Pro Landscaper, I'll highlight that and increase that to about 24. Maybe about 26. Okay, that size looks good. Now I'll increase the box size just a bit. Okay, and move the text up again. Good. Now I need to add a text box for my website, so I'll go to Insert, Text Box, click outside the shape, add my text. Okay, now I want to drag it down onto the shape. I want to increase the size just a bit, maybe to about 20. Now I want to change the color, so I'll click on Drawing Tools, Text Fill, and I'm going to make this an orange. Now the letters look like they're a little bit close together, so I'm going to add some space between them using the kerning tool. I'll go to the Home tab, then where you see the arrow here for character spacing, I'll click that, then I'll click Loose. Okay, that's better. I'll move it over a bit. Now I want to outline for this text box, so I'll click Drawing Tools again, Outline Shape, or Shape Outline, and click on a very light green color. Okay, that's good. Now I just have to add the animation. Now I'll be teaching all about animation in another video, but this lower third uses a very simple fly-in animation, so I'll go ahead and show you that here. Now before I add the animation, I want to group these elements together so they all fly in as one object. And the way to do that is select the elements like this, click on the first one, hold your Shift key down, click on the second and the third. Now right click on your mouse, and where it says Group, just click Group here. Now the objects are all grouped together, so if I move one, everything will move, except the background image, because that's not included in the group. Now let's add the animation. I'll go to the Animations tab. Now I'll click the lower third to turn on the animations. Click Fly In. Now I want it to fly in from the left, so I'll go to Effect Options, click From Left. I want to speed this up to 1/4 of a second, 0.25. Now let's go take a look. I'll click the Reading View. I'll hit my space bar. Yay, it works. Okay, let's go build the other one. Okay, here's the next lower third we're going to create. So I'll go to Animations and let's preview it. Okay, that's what it looks like. Now I'll click on our fresh slide. I'm going to go to Insert, Shapes, then look for my shape. Here it is here. This is called a parallelogram. Now I want to start outside the slide and drag inward. I can change the angle of this shape by dragging this yellow diamond. All right, I like it like that. Now I want to change this color, so I'll double click on the shape to open up the drawing tools. I'll click on Shape Fill, then use this standard green color. I'll go to Shape Outline, click No Outline. Now I'll go to Shape Effects. I'm going to add a bevel. I'll go with this first bevel here. I'll go to Shape Effects again and add a shadow. I'll go to Shadow Options, then Presets, choose the first one, and bring the transparency down to 0. Click Close. Now I need to make the lower bar, so I'll select this bar. I'll click Ctrl-D on my keyboard to duplicate the bar. Now I have a bar on top and a bar underneath it. I'll move the top bar up out of the way a little bit. Click the bar underneath it. I want to make this a darker color, so I'll double click the bar to open the drawing tools. Click Shape Fill and look for a darker green. Okay, that's a good one. Now I'll drag this down a little bit. Drag the first bar over the second, and pull this one back. Okay, I've got them aligned now. I just need to add my text. So I'll click the top bar, go to Insert, Text Box, click somewhere outside the bar, and add my text. I'll drag it onto my shape. Now I'll increase the size. Okay, that looks good. The size I'm using is 32 points. Now I'm going to change the color to white. So I'll go to Drawing Tools, Text Fill, click White. I want to add a shadow, so I'll go to Text Effects, Shadow, Shadow Options, go to Presets, the first one, and take the transparency down to 0. Click Close. I'll click Ctrl D on my computer to duplicate the words. Drag it down. I'll change the words to my website name. Now I'll make the size a little bit smaller. I'm going to bring this down to 24 points. Now the website address looks a little bit tight to me, so I'm going to loosen up some space between the letters. And I'll do that by going up here to the AV character spacing button and click Loose. Okay, now I'll line it up. Now I want to change the color of the website to yellow. Okay, now I just need to add the animations. But before I do that, I do want to group the words and the shapes together. So I'll click on the bar, hold my Shift key down, and click on the word so they're both selected. Right click, then click Group. Okay, I'll do the same for the lower bar. I'll right click, click Group, Group. There we go. Now I see when I did that, it pulled the darker bar to the front. I want that to be in back of the other bar. So let me click on this bar here, right click, and click Bring to Front. Okay, here we go. Now I'll click the Animations tab. Now you can have these bars animate in slowly, quickly, together, separate, however you want. I chose to have them animate in one after the other, quickly with a little bounce at the end. Let's take another look. I'll click the other slide, click Preview. Okay, see one comes in after the other, then a little bounce at the end. Go back to our slide. I'll click the top bar, click Fly In. In Effect Options, I'll click from left. I'll leave the duration at 0.5. I'll click the animation pane link to turn it on. Click the down arrow, click Effect Options, and where it says Bounce End, I'll type in 0.35, then click OK. Now I want to do the bottom shape the same way, so I'll select the top shape, go to Animation Painter, then click on the bottom shape, and that will add the same animation. Now I want the second bar to come in automatically, so I'll go up to Start, then click After Previous. And that means we'll automatically start after the previous animation finishes. Let's click the Preview button to try it out. Okay, it works good. Now you can make all kinds of lower thirds just by what I've shown you so far. So practice a bit, have some fun with it, and I'll see you in the next video.